Lies bro. Bro, unachochwa. Mrembo bana, unapangwa mbaya. And trust me, we're definitely going to have some fun. Yeah. Inaitwa The Scoop, aka unachochwa mbaya tena sana. Few days. You know how crazy things have happened in the past few days? Yeah. Let me take you through it. Hebu check. Zina nice, mnapiga kamechi kasafi kwa klabu, mnapatwa unahaya chopa ya birthday bro, kwani pesa inapikwa kwenu? Who to trust? Hawa nao ni makarao, ni madingo, ni akina nani? Cheki timu yenye tulikuja kuzindikisha, hao wanaishi, sisi tunawazindikisha. Wanaume nao kupendana, afu pull out king mwenyewe. So, kuna mother fulani alienda kawaseti. Don't get me wrong, I get it, but skiza. So, bouncer anakama na bisha mlango ya Lu, anasikia hawa sio wafungui mlango. What's up? What's going down? So the bouncer decides to actually break in. Breaking the door into the Lu, anapata watu zao zime nice. Hata wasikii bouncer akiingia. Then mrembo anatoroka, anacha mwanaume hapo ndani. Bouncer anamchangamkia mbaya sana. Funny enough, let me tell you one thing. I get it, but sometimes I feel like we overdo. Because, hear me out. I'm not saying mechi kwa klabu is a good thing. Kwa choo za klabu is a good thing. But sometimes let's be human. Probably, tuongee tu kweli, probably this jamaa, you don't know whatever he's been going through. Ama probably hata hana place ya kupeleka umrembo. Amepata tu du, amempeleka out, zime nice. Just allow him to get that kakwiki. Unajua, alafu ndo mvuruge. Sasa ujaacha ajienjoy, ujaacha ajinice, alafu already ushaanza kumvuruga. I'm just wondering, like, shida yako ni nini? You know, at the end of the day, kwani ulikuwa unalipwa extra? Hiyo siku juu ulimvuruga. Like, I just feel like this bouncer just needs, know your place, sababu, let me tell you, if this guy decides to take legal action against the club itakurushia ngori. Yeah, you'll just be that, wewe na misuli zako, utaenda kamiti bro, uende ukakue, wacha tuachie hapo, ukakue mrembo wa mtu mwingine. But anyway, that's not even the story. But I want to know, do you think that sometimes bouncers tend to do a bit too much? Because ukweli ni, loser za klabu, let me tell you, uwezi tuuzia vibe, alafu zikitu nice, tunakuja unaanza story. Let me tell you, you cannot sell us a package, alafu, kama ukuweka mtu kwa mlango ya choo, the problem is yours. Wewe ndio to blame. Sababu mimi klabu zote zenye nimeenda, I can 100% wanajuanga, because we are selling a particular vibe, na tunajua what can go down, tuweke mtu kwa choo. Asimame hapo, make sure watu wanatoka na hakuna mtu anabaki uko ndani. But because you didn't do that, allow them to finish at least before mvuruge. Allow them to finish, and then you don't need to do all that, you know. But anyway, I could be wrong. Weka comment section, have you tried these things kwa klabu? Before we get any further, there's also another story ya klabu tu. Relax, nikupatie story.
Sasa mnajifungia kwa choo nyinyi watu watatu.
Let me tell you, mwanaume akona mistari. You know? So, one of the things I strongly believe, it doesn't matter how religious, it doesn't matter how pious you are, man or woman, we have all thought about a threesome. We've all thought about it. At one point in our lives, we've all thought about it. Either you want to try it, or maybe you just imagined, inaweza kuwa na nani na nani. Or maybe, you know, you've ever wondered. You have definitely thought about it. Maybe you've never done it, maybe you never do it, but you have definitely thought about it. Well, kuna jamaa mwenyewe, he went beyond thinking about it. Akaenda klabu peke yake, akaingia, akanotice meza pale iko na warembo. Let me tell you, this ninja is definitely the one. Yani aliona madeo, akawaitishia tei, akawa vibe. Do you know how hard it is to convince one woman to have akupe mechi? Leave alone too. Well, this ninja aliwa convince mademo ngapi at the same time. To make matters worse, akamwambia bala ya kungojea tuende home, si hapa ndani kuna choo, tuingie. And they followed him. This man should be on a billboard. He should be on a billboard. Writing books we will buy. Akisel, cause you tell me. Anyway, so akaingiza box, wakaingia Lu kumfuata. And to make matters worse, kakaanza kutamba. But as they were about to do what they were doing, or in the middle of doing what they needed to be doing, guess who shows up? Yeah, Geoffrey Musira mwenyewe aka Chief Inspector General Kierere mwenyewe akaingia akakatsia. And to make matters worse, aliwastua so they couldn't finish, and then on top of that akawa record na aka make sure amepost. So my question is, who are they hurting? Mimi nakwambia kitu moja, kama uko na klabu Nairobi, kama uko na klabu period, you cannot give people a vibe alafu zikitu nice and people are drunk and people are in their feelings and people are going through what they are going through. Some of us have not paid rent. Unapewa mechi na una place ya kuenda na choe zako ujeka msee akuangalilie and you expect hakuna kitu ita go down. Please, tusibebane ujinga. What are you trying to do? Do you think you're setting us up? Yes, I agree. I strongly believe tunakuwa set up. Kwa sababu how dare you not put someone in your look? Kama utaki tufanyie mambo huko, please weka mtu kwa lu yako kuangalia ku make sure line inasonga. No, alienda klabu peke yake. So ameenda amejinulia tei, akanotice meza fulani iko na warembo. Akatupa mistari. Warembo wakaingia box. Let me tell you, alafu ndo ujue jamani ule msee. Now imagine convincing two at the same time. Na wakaingia box. Alafu to make matters worse, akawaambia hata tusiende home. Tuingie hapa kwa Lu za klabu. And they accepted. I mean, this man needs to write a book. Unanielewa? He needs to write a book sababu let me tell you, huyu mwanaume ako na mistari. So, akaingia na warembo wake kwa choo. Zika nice, nini. They're about to go down. Then kidogo hivi, Inspector General Kierere mwenyewe, anaitwa Geoffrey Musira, akaingilia. I don't know what time it was. Sababu Geoffrey, you were just overdoing it. And this is what I have to say. Unajua, one thing I know, people who are not getting some, hawatakagi wengine wakipata. Hata kampo unajua. Wale watu wenye walikuwa wanakatsia wengine, ukipigwa exile, wale watu walikuwa wanakukatsia ni wale wenye walikuwa wananyimwa. Wale wenye hakuna msee alikuwa anawapea. So please, mwenye anapeanga Geoffrey Musira, for the sake of Kenya, for the sake of 254, for the sake of Kanairo, please, can you please give him what you need to give him? Please, nasiko, tunaomba tu, on behalf of everyone else. Ndo tuendelee have fun, right? In Kanairo, because clearly we can't have fun with this man, akiwa amekaziwa vile amekaziwa. And we can tell, sababu, tell me why, this ninja, anaingia Lu anapata mwanaume, ako about to go through an amazing, incredible threesome. Alafu, anaanza kuwa record, and he ends up posting it. Yeah, so, other than kuwa katsia, amewa post, probably hao ni madem, wako na maboi, mjamaa kona mrembo mahali, and it just feels too messy. Sometimes just walk away, walk away, sababu it's not your business. It's not your business. Walk away. Anyway, niweke kwa comment section. Have you ever tried a threesome? Imewaijipa, haijaijipa? I want to know. Niambie tu kweli. You've thought about it, right? Weka kwa comment section. Let me know. Yeah. Number 3 is a brilliant one. Story number 3 is actually a brilliant one. So, there's this ninja who unajua Kenya kuna wase tulileta, kuna watu wenye hii dunia mazee inakagani kama we actually brought them.
I love cooking for my loved ones. So today I'm gonna make buffet dinner, and I'm gonna have beef fillet here. We have some chicken, potato wedges, plantain, and stay tuned.
Si tumekuja kuwakalisha tu kule maisha. Cause you tell me why. Na kachini hivi, naona ambare ameka kwa meza, sijui fries, sijui kuku mzima, ribs, sijui vitu gani. Hiyo ni meal ya one meal. Si lunch, si dinner, si. I'm like, unajua kuna watu wanakaga ni kama tulikuja kuwakalisha in this earth. But leave alone that. Yeah. leave alone that. Yeah, so kulikuwa na mwingine. This man walked into a bank, akaingia, akaenda ka withdraw a huge sum of money and got into his car and he was driving off. But just as he was driving, he realized kuna gari inamfuata. And no, this is not America, this is not some other country. I'm talking about upper 2ST. Yeah. So this man realizes there's a car behind him that's following him. So kidogo before he knows what is what, gari inakuja na overtake, inakuja mbele yake. And he was just about to turn. Unanielewa? So the car comes in front of his, stops, alafu 2 cops come out. Skiza, this is where it gets crazy. So the 2 cops come out of the car and they're actually fully dressed as cops. Fully dressed from head to toe. Kofia, everything legit. Not fake, not act. Everything kama ya karao. Including mpaka ile ka badge. Yeah. Here's where it gets tricky. So they harass the guy na wanamlazimisha wanachukua pesa yake. So the guy goes to report. On reporting, anaambiwa si makarao. But don't forget about it. Just listen. This guy's car was privileged. This man was smart enough to have a dash cam. So it recorded everything that went down. But here's the tricky thing. Kuna ama karao, I don't know whether ni dash cam ama ni simu yake alikuwa na record. I think this man was really smart. So he recorded this whole scenario. Then, the tricky thing is, our say wamedress exactly kama karao. Traffic cops. From head to toe. Kofia, blazer, yeah. My question is very simple. If it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, how is it a chicken? How is it a plane? You know? But anyway, yeah. And then to make matters worse, walikuwa mpaka na mask, vile makarauva. I am telling you, they knew what they were doing. I am willing to bet my life that these are cops. But you know what? No, wasipopatikana is because they are cops. Na wakipatikana, utaniambia tu. Anyway, make a comment section. Do you think these guys are cops or not? Yeah, I told you in Kenya, 2 things. Either you're lying or someone is lying to you. It's just that simple. Una story ingine, you're lying or someone is lying to you. It's that simple. So the other story is, so remember the guy who was sleeping in Pastor Nganga's church?
Hate drama. I swear before God. Kenya iko mambo mengi sana. Amka. Amka na makofia yako ya takataka. Toka hapa, enda nyuma huko. Kwenda nyuma. Kwenda huko, stupid. Na wewe kwa nini analala hapa na namuona? Yeah. Tuna concentrate na
church. Remember that guy? Finally, someone advised him. You know, I decided I will not talk about this story until this guy mtu amuadvise. So someone decided to advise this ninja. Goja nikupatie story. So, this guy, anaitwa Willy Mwangi, amesema he wants to sue Pastor Nganga because he has just realized that he needs compensation. Sabu, the incident has left him humiliated and struggling to survive. Let me tell you, unasikianga ile saying inasemanga, opportunity knocks once in a man's life. This was your chance. This is your chance to get away from poverty. Bro, nisikize na unisikize vizuri. Get a good lawyer. Sue like your life depends on it. Alafu, from the moment you sue, just before you get a lawyer, make sure you get a business manager. Upate mtu mzuri atakuadvise on what to do with your money because you will never get it again. Make sure you get, unamgonga one, una make sure you sue that man. Bizuri anakupatia pesa mzuri, pesa taslim. Because how dare he slap you and there's evidence to back you up. Bro, umekuwa ukilalia masikio. This is how you become a millionaire. You just get yourself a good lawyer. Alafu uone tu maneno ikijifungua yenyewe. Then make sure you have a good someone, financial planner, business manager, whatever it takes. Get someone good. Akuonyeshe what to do with your money. Akufunze how to save, how to invest. Shida umesahau. Shida usahau kabisa. This is your ticket. Na nilikuwa nimesema by the way, I'll never talk about it. until this man talks himself. And finally, he's decided to talk. And let me tell you, if you're smart, get a good lawyer. Weka kwa comment section. What do you think this man should be doing first? Akipatiwa paycheck, akilipwa. What do you think he should be doing first? But you know what?
Yo, Bugi.
Niambie.
Niaje mzee?
Niko fit bro kwaje?
Niko best, uko wapi?
Niko India.
Una shoot nini?
Hapana. Walikuwa wamenipea staycation okay.
Okay. Sasa mimi niko na kushow. Mzee nimekaa hivi nafikiria niko na tu nikushow mzee mimi nakupenda mbaya bro.
Uko serious?
Sina kupenda bro, like genuinely like nimeangalia tu hivi like in my life. Na feeling is appreciating you as like enough like cause like my like msekao hivi leo tumetoka tu like hadi nasikia tu kulia man like niko
lonely boy. Uko lonely umeboeka.
Nasikia hadi kulia.
Napenda sana man.
I love you so much man.
But you know what? Wanaume. Hakuna kitu ya maana kama mwanaume kwambia mwenzake I love you. You know, and don't get me wrong. For the longest time, men, we have not been able to express ourselves. Do you know how weird it sounds when another man akiambia, not a brother, not a cousin, like a bestie, maze, bro, I love you. Unajua, it feels kidogo hivi you're almost about, mpaka we mwenyewe uamini umesema kitu kama hiyo. Your mouth, your ears, your eyes, they don't believe it. They don't believe that you're saying something like that because it's not something you're used to. And this is because most of our dads, you know, I'm glad to see some Gen Zs have been raised differently, but there's also a breed of Gen Zs who have like really bad relationships with their dads. And that's where it all starts from. Yeah. But I love the fact that I saw this ninja, akipigia boo and anafungua roho anamwambia bro maze, anajiita comedian Muregi. Alipigia Bugi simu akamwambia bro unajua vile maze I love you. Na nyamba mpaka Bugi kwanza ilimhit, ulisikia vile imemhit. Mpaka yeye mwenyewe ako surprised ako like okay, where is this headed? Alafu akarealize but pia alisema back. So it's normal for men to express emotions without it being gay or without it being suspicious. It's actually normal. It's emotional intelligence and we should actually embrace it. But here's the thing. One thing I'm realizing is that women don't know what they want. Just listen. Women, kama kuna watu wenye, they say one thing and mean 10 million things. Madam, hear me out. So, madam wamekuwa kiuliza wanaume. We don't know what you want. But here's the thing. Men finally spoke. So, I was listening to this podcast. Anaitwa nani? Ilitwa 3 Truths No Lies. Yenye iko na the incredible King Kalala. So, and they were talking. 2 chicks and 1 man. They were talking. And one of them was saying that alikuwa mechi na boyfriend yake. Alafu akiwa mechi, boyfriend yake akamwambia, bana, hebu cheza na hiyo kitu. Cheza huko nyuma. And apparently, these 2 chicks could not believe that a man can ask for that. But ukweli ni, unajua, funny enough, mi nauliza na siku baya. This had me thinking, kwani a man's G-spot inakuwaga wapi? Now, was God wrong akiweka mali aliweka? No, let's start from there. Let's have this conversation. Sababu, I don't understand why we are pretending like it's such a big deal. Unajua ukweli ni, one thing that I've realized, unanielewa? Men like some things in the bedroom, but they cannot tell their girlfriends because they fear their girlfriends might think it's gay or it's too much or it's, you know. But ukweli ni, I think most millennials, and I'm sorry to say this, Gen Zs wako a bit better, but most millennials are very sexually uncouth. They are very sexually repressed. You understand? Most of them are very repressed. They don't even know their own bodies. They don't know what they like. So to fathom that there's more to sex than what they think. Unanielewa? Alafu there's this whole idea of us thinking ati sex is taboo, we can't talk about it. Bro, we are 18, we are 19, you're in your 30s and you can't talk about sex. Kwani when will you talk about it? Ukienda mbinguni. You know, and funny enough, unajua, me tell people this all the time. God gave you everything you need to have good sex. Everything. Kila kitu unahitaji ku have the perfect sex. You have it. Yeah? Alafu, ujinyima alafu kufe. You just die. You realize that you only have one life. And once you close those eyes, hakuna sex tena. Unaenda mbinguni kuabudu. Mbinguni hakuna story ya sex. It's just worship. So if you did not do it here, please understand. It's a wrap. Utasikianga tu story. So whatever you need to do it where? Yeah, I'm just saying. Whatever you need to do it here. And understand that God gave you everything you need to enjoy like your sex life. Unanielewa? So I don't understand. Alafu kitu ingine. You realize that ati kama mwanaume anakuambia, oh, I like my cakes. Nataka mtu atakula keki, you know? Alafu huko like, oh, I've never had anything like this. This is, you know, like, definitely nenda kutafuta msi wa kukula. Because let me tell you, most of the reasons why there's a lot of cheating is because a lot of us are not being honest on what we want sexually and what we need sexually. Most of us are not having the best sex. So, unatafuta, na ukweli, even though you kuwa, most people who cheat, especially men, you know, men don't cheat because they're not in love. And that's the weirdest thing. And this is me finally admitting it. Men don't cheat because they're not in love. Men cheat because you have made it so clear that we cannot share a part of us with you, especially the sexual part. Because men are just sexually, you know, let me tell you, mwanaume ajuangi anataka kitu until aende akae na mabesti zake chini, alafu maboy wenzako wanakwambia, by the way, there's this new thing mrembo fulani alinifanyia, alafu unajua demu yako anakanga hivi kama mzigo, lazima umpendue, lazima umweke this side, yani hataki kufanya anything. Kwa sababu nakumbuka there was this particular chick, I'll never forget, alikuwa anasema this is not PE. Nikilala hivi, you do what you need to do and then just go to sleep. I will not turn, don't wake me up, don't raise me, don't. Yani vile amekuwekea kula hivyo. You know, and that's what I'm saying. You cannot be in a relationship with someone whose sexual appetite is like a solid 100. Alafu wewe unaweza enda like months without sex. And you expect that relationship to work. Of course the guy will cheat. Of course the chick will cheat. Unanielewa? It's funny how most people have boyfriends who don't know how to kiss, and you're married to that. And you never talk about it. You don't want to teach him. When hutaki kufunzwa, you don't want to believe you know. Let me tell you, what's this thing with men? We think we know everything. And sometimes that's the hardest thing because women can't even. Funny enough, there's so many women who never get orgasms. They just are there. They never enjoy sex. And I'm wondering, unangoje ukaenjoy wapi? You're about to die. You're in your, and you're almost getting into your 40s. You've never had good sex. Unangojea nani akuje? You're married. Anyway. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? This is, because remember, there are some questions you can't pray about it. This one you have to tackle it head on. Kalisha mtu wako chini, mwambie by the way, I need us to try this. I saw this. Let's try this. I heard of this. Let's try. You never know what works. And then pia wewe, figure out what works for you. Because unajua, let me tell you, someone else cannot take you where you've never been. You need to first take yourself, understand what works for you. So that akikuja unamwambia by the way, mi upenda. Alafu kitu ngine I want to talk to women. What Njoro liked might not work for Otieno. And men, whatever Akinyi liked might not work for Njeri. Whatever Njeri liked might not work for Dinda. Because let me tell you, bodies are different. Funny enough. Hakuna manual ati everything works. Let me tell you, everyone is different. Na hiyo ndio ukweli. Acha tuache kuchochana ati